po ng Department of Public Works and Highways. And when in fact this is a bicameral conference committee, conference po between the lower house and the upper chamber, di po ba ng Congress and Senate. Wala naman po nakalagay dito na kasama po executive.
And any committee in Congress, whether it is in the House or in the Senate, has the power to be able to have resource persons to explain things that may not be very clear to everyone. And so we have the power to invite, and precisely there is now an issue on the price index. And therefore, we are saying that let us listen. We will not agree, we may agree, but the point is that transparency requires that we hear the executive. After all, it's the executive that will implement what we will pass. And if the executive says that these are the things that they have to consider, and since they are the ones implementing, Congress does not implement projects. So that is why we are requesting just to hear. We are not going to say that we are going to agree to the letter or the recommendation, but let us hear the real resource person, the agency lodged with the public works and highways of this country.
Hindi po Senado ang nagtakda ng presyo. Lahat po ng nakalap naming impormasyon ay ayon sa Department of Public Works and Highways.
So from September 18, kahapon, December, nako, baka naman sa Pebrero, iba na naman ang usapin. Ayoko naman ng ganito.
Yun na yung ultimate measure ng DPWH eh. At saka I'll put it on record, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, this representation was the one who complained to Secretary Bersamin to remove the 255 billion of people's money from the DPWH budget.
Chairperson.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
Madam Chair, I have a manifestation and observation. When we were having a picture right there, can you flash the title of this bicameral committee? Because it says there, bicameral conference committee on disagreeing votes. Huh? How can there be a disagreeing votes? See? So it seems to be not in the proper English language, nor the context that we have. How can there be? There are many concurrences that we have. So provisions, because the procedure is, conflicting provisions, because the procedure is original, is exclusive, it will exclusively originate in the House. So we have the original provisions. And then the Constitution, Article 6, the legislature, Section 24 says, but the Senate may propose or concur with amendments. So you have your amendments, we can see them, and so these are the amendatory provisions. So we cannot have disagreeing votes. How can we have disagreeing votes?
We have not voted yet.
We have not even voted when we start. How can that be? So this is a wrong English. I suggest we put the disagreeing provisions because from the original, we have now the amendatory. How can there be disagreeing votes?
Thank you for that, Congressman Rufus. I was just conferring with the Senate Secretariat. The explanation to me is because we're tackling the House bill, and there's only one bill that we are tackling today, which is the General Appropriations Bill. That's why the correct term, or the term that should be used, is votes instead of disagreeing provisions, because there's no other bill that are being discussed. So there's only one bill. So, but just to move forward with this, and I acknowledge your comments on this, we are requiring the Secretariat to look into this matter and again do some more research on the previous bicameral conference committee on what terminologies that they used.
Mr. Chairman, irrespective of the previous ones, if it's wrong, it's wrong. And it is, well, it is true, you know, the other bicameral conference committees are about two bills passed by the House and passed by the Senate. That's fine. So, however, even in this particular instance, House Bill 4058 originates from the House. So we have the original provisions. And then you discuss it, and you have under the Constitution, the provisions to amend it. Either concur or amend. So I think we should change this because those reading us, disagreeing votes, how can we have that, Mr. Chairman? So I hope that we change it now so that we are disagreeing provisions of the House Bill number 4058, original and a mandatory provision. There are no insertions from the Senate. That's why people say they're inserted the senators. No. The senators are amending it or concurring with it. It's only in the BICAM where there can be insertions. And so the Senate is doing its job, and it is really amendments under the Constitution. So let us be able to change that, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Right. Well, let me direct the committee secretary to just remove this cover page for now. I think that's a better compromise moving forward. But we acknowledge your comments, Congressman Rufus, and we acknowledge your legal expertise in terms of these matters. So for now, we'll just remove it, and we'll request the committee secretary to look into this. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that matter up. All right.
Then
So,
if all the conferees have questions, because he will be the best person to answer the
actually,
questions.
with all due respect, dahil pinag-aralan din ho namin to, no? Itong
Pinag-aralan
situation.
din po natin
Kaya nga,
to.
mas
Alam
maganda
natin
ho,
yan lahat.
siguro bago ho natin patawag siya, ay bigyan ho natin pagkakataon po ang isa't isa na magbigay ho ng kanilang pahayag. So we recognize Senator Erwin Tulfo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair. Gusto ko lang po maliwanagan na bakit po natin ipapatawag ang Secretary po ng Department of Public Works and Highways. And when in fact this is a bicameral conference committee, conference po between the lower house and the upper chamber. Di po ba ng Congress and Senate? Wala naman po nakalagay dito na kasama po ang executive. Ang tanong ko po kasi, we have given them ample time, Madam Chair, to the opportunity to explain during the committee hearings. Committee hearing po sa Congress, committee hearing po namin dito sa Senate, ganun din po sa plenary debate sa Congress, plenary debate dito sa Senate. Ang worry ko lamang, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair, is that we might be creating a precedent na baka hindi na po tayo matapos na tuwing pag meron po tayong pagdidiskusyonan na budget ng isang department o ng ahensya, kailangan po natin ipatawag lagi ang secretary para magpaliwanag sa bicameral conference committee, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair.
Senwin, I'll defer to Representative Rufus
Yeah,
Rodriguez
Mr. Chairman.
to respond.
This is a plenary conference committee. And any committee in Congress, whether it is in the House or in the Senate, has the power to be able to have resource persons to explain things that may not be very clear to everyone. And so we have the power to invite, and precisely there is now an issue on the price index. And therefore, we are saying that let us listen. We will not agree, we may agree, but the point is that transparency requires that we hear the executive. After all, it's the executive that will implement what we will pass. And if the executive says that these are the things that they have to consider, and since they are the ones implementing, Congress does not implement projects. So that is why we are requesting just to hear. We are not going to say that we're going to agree to the letter or the recommendation, but let us hear the real resource person, the agency lodged with the public works and highways of this country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Before I address that issue, allow me to recognize.
It's important that we put things in the proper perspective. Hindi po Senado ang nagtakda ng presyo. Lahat po ng nakalap naming impormasyon ay ayon sa Department of Public Works and Highways. That's very clear. We did not measure roads. We did not weigh sand and gravel. Hiniling po namin, ayon sa aming mga hearing at plenary session, ang impormasyon sa Department of Public Works and Highways. Example, tayo po ay nagsisiyasat ng CMPD. Siguro, kalahati sa kwartong to, o baka iiba, hindi alam yung CMPD. That's the cost materials price data. para malaman natin magkano ba ang asfalto, ang hot mix per metric ton. Sa previous cost, yung nakaraang cost, dahil sinabi sa mga Blue Ribbon hearing, sinabi sa maraming mga hearing, galing na rin sa executive, hindi sa Senado. 13,863.85. Ito po ay galing sa DPWH. Tapos, nagsumite ang executive, ang DPWH, sa chair. Pati kay Senator Lacson, na Blue Ribbon Chair, updated cost 6,961.32. I-add po nyo yan ay kalahati. Isa lang po yung asphalt mix, steel sheet pile, U-type per kilogram, 62.07 cost dati. Pag sinabing cost dati, yun daw ang ginagamit ng DPWH dati. Pero yung updated cost, ayon din sa DPWH ngayon, 39.89. Di halos kalahati, 2/3. Marami pa po, hindi naman tayo magko-construct ng bagong PICC. I just put that on record so that it's in historical knowledge and in history, hindi po Senado ang nagtalaga ng presyo ng sand and gravel at ng semento. Ito po ay galing sa DPWH. So, in all fairness to the chair and to the leadership of the Senate whom we met today, Senate President Soto advised us to speak for and in behalf of the Senate leadership that we, based on our knowledge, and that is our job as national officials to get information from the executive. Hindi naman po kami nagising at sabi namin gusto namin, ibaba ang presyo. Siyempre gusto natin. But this is data-driven. It's based on science. And it came from the agency of government. And so they submitted that to us, and therefore, they computed. We are willing to listen, of course. We are reasonable people. That's why we serve the people. But let it be very clear, the senators did not invent the numbers. These are from the Department of Public Works and Highways, the previous administration, and the new incumbent administration. In fact, it was live streamed. You can go back in your records. No less than Secretary Vince Dizon said to the chair, ibaba nga nyo, tanggalin yung mga proyektong to mula sa 800 plus na flood control, naging 625, pwede pa nyong ibaba. Sige, kasi hindi pa namin kayang masukat lahat dahil bago lang ako ilang buwan. So ibaba nyo. And that is the basis. We did not, and the chair did not, put down the cost unilaterally, arbitrarily. It is data-driven. All the facts, many more, came from the Department of Public Works and Highways. Having said that, I am certain that our colleagues in the House of Representatives want a budget reflective of what is due to the people. If it's a farm-to-market road, we don't want it overpriced. If indeed it's 10 million per kilometer, it should be such. If it's 15 million, kung tumaas na ang presyo. Kung magkano ang graba, ayaw natin ng doble ang presyo. Kasi ang ginagastos natin, pero ng taong bayan. Diba? Pag nagtatayo tayo ng bahay kubo, alam natin magkano ba ang kogon, magkano ba ang kawayan, magkano ang konti ng semento. So, I am just clarifying all that, lest it be misconstrued that the Senate invented the numbers just to bring down the cost. Yes, we all want a lower cost, but these were inputs submitted to the Senate by the Department of Public Works and Highways. And I speak like this in behalf of the Senate leadership because we had a caucus 2 hours earlier. I appreciate the patience of our colleagues in the House of Representatives. Thank you.
We recognize Senator Amy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair and Madam Chair. Following on to Senator Legarda's statement, let us first clarify that there has been ample time. August 31 was the appointment date of Secretary Dizon. That was quite a few months ago, during which period, nakailang beses siyang humarap sa Senado, paulit-ulit po ang tanong namin kung talagang sapat itong budget na nilaan. I quote verbatim, September 18, the Department of Public Works and Highways slashes 255 billion worth of locally funded flood control projects from the 2026 budget. And may I quote verbatim, we are revising the agency's budget. Nanggaling sa kanila po. We have removed complicated projects, overlapping projects that are still receiving funding or that have been allocated funding for 2026. Verbatim po, siya nagsabi niyan. Hindi kami nag-imbento niyan. Ngayon, sabi niya, na re-review na raw nila yung initial proposal, nagtanggal sila ng 55.53 billion worth of duplicate or complicated projects or completed overlapping projects. Ang ibig ba sabihin, i-restore yung mga duplicated, completed, and overlapping projects? Doon ako nagtataka. At ano ang garantiya natin na sa loob ng 2 buwan na naman, after 2 months, he may change his mind again, as he has, apparently, yesterday. So from September 18, kahapon, December, nako, baka naman sa Pebrero, iba na naman ang usapin. Ayoko naman ng ganito. Ano kaya talaga ang direksyon natin? Hindi po ito nanggaling sa amin. Narinig naman ninyo, verbatim ang quote na yan. Yan ang press release ni Secretary Dizon.
Madam Chair. Mr. Chair.
Representative Pepito Alvarez and then Representative Libanon.
Tama po si Senador Loren, tama rin si Senador Marcos. Ngunit bigyan ko lang ng example na hindi mo ma-apply ito sa lahat ng project sweeping po. Na halimbawa, MBUC, yung asphalt overlay, Mr. Chair. Southern Palawan, ang presyo ng aggregates at saka graba, saka yung buhangin, 1,000 because we have 26 rivers. Napakaraming buhangin doon. Ngunit sa norte, wala akong masyadong ilog. Nag-i-import sila from Mindoro. Lalagay ko lang sa tamang perspective din. So, kung ang MBUC application, yung asphalt overlay for the whole of Palawan, tanggalan mo ng 50%, yung norte, hindi mo mapagawa. Sa SOR, pwede. Kasi yun na yung ultimate measure ng DPWH eh. At saka I'll put it on record, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, this representation was the one who complained to Secretary Bersamin to remove the 255 billion of people's money from the DPWH budget. It is not a unilateral move from the Department of the Public Works and Highways na sila ang nagtanggal. Ako po, personally, ang nag-complain doon kay Secretary Bersamin nung nandoon siya sa amin sa House. Habang nalulunod ang buong bansa sa flood control, kung maaari, tanggalin mo muna itong 255 billion na ito. Kasi kung hindi namin tatalakayin yung budget ng executive, ibalik mo na namin sa inyo. Kinahaponan, na-inform kami, na in-instructionan siya ni Pangulo, tanggalin niyang 255 billion na yan. Dito po nanggaling sa akin ang pagtanggal ng flood control. Kasi ang flood control, alam ko po, talagang overpriced. Okay? So ang flood control, pwede mong apply yung overpriced provision. But kung gagawa ka ng MBUC, walang graba sa Northern Palawan, 600 kilometers po ang distansya ng buong Palawan. When you construct in the southern portion, napakaraming buhangin. Sa norte, halos walang graba doon kasi maliliit ang ilog. Puting buhangin lang ang norte. Yun po ang difference. Ang gusto ko lang, mapakinggan natin si Secretary Vince na wag sweeping. Kapag 50% ang MBUC, hindi pare-pareho ang Palawan. Isang probinsya lang yun. Sa Cebu, might be the same. Kasi nag-i-import din sila. Wala sa masyadong graba sa Cebu eh. Nag-i-import din sila. Sa Bohol, wala rin masyadong graba. But in Northern Mindanao, marami po aming graba doon. Sa ibang lugar, hindi ko alam. Kaya nakikiusap kami na pakinggan yung para madinig ng buong bayan si Secretary Vince kasi meron na siyang ginawang ratio eh. Ito na. Pakinggan muna natin. Kasi kami sa Kongreso, ayaw din namin ng overpriced project. Hindi pwede yun. Hindi lang Senado ang may gusto. Kami, number one. Ako mismo, nagpatanggal ng 255 billion. And that is on record in the House. Thank you. Can I reiterate the motion to by Secretary Vince para madinig ng buong bansa na hindi pare-pareho. Pag 50%, dapat per project ang implementation. Yun lang ang pakiusap. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Alvarez, and to Chairperson Mika. Dahil nga dito sa statement na ito at meron ho nga nakasulat ho dito, to avoid inaccurate costing and potential project unimplementability, at ito ay isang apela sa Senado, gusto rin ho namin marinig no, yung kanyang pag-aanalisa no, dito po sa isyong ito, itong CMPD/adjustment factors. Pero, for the record again, nung nagkaroon ho kami ng dalawang hearing sa Senado, klarong-klaro na sinabi niya na may maraming overpriced na items sa loob ng budget. At tingin ko, hindi ho tayo magdedebate na ayaw natin yung overpriced items sa budget. Pare-pareho tayo lahat. No? Hindi ho tayo magdedebate doon. Ang gusto ho natin, isang budget na malinis, isang budget na ang kanilang presyo ay totoong presyo at reasonableng presyo. No, yun naman ang gusto natin lahat. Dahil kung tayo ay mag-approve ng proyekto o ng budget ngayon na overpriced, babalik tayo sa dating problema. No, yun doon naman ho kami nanggagaling. At again, sabi nga ni Senator Loren, itong application ng CMPD adjustment factor nanggaling ho to sa DPWH. Hindi ho kaya ng Senado, wala ho kaming mga engineers, wala ho kaming mga taong kayang mag-apply ng ganun. Ito galing ho sa DPWH. Kaya doon ho namin kinuha at for the record, sinupply rin ho sa amin yung mga adjustment factors na yun formally at doon ho namin in-apply. Dahil sa Senado, ang aming direksyon ay ma-apply yung tamang presyo sa mga proyekto. So,
Madam
sige po.
Chair?
Yeah.
Yes, very quickly,
Madam Chair?
Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, very quickly. Hindi lamang kasi yung overpriced sa flood control ang ating concern. In fact, yung hearings dun sa classroom acceleration measure, pati yung DPWH classrooms, overpriced, lumalabas. Kaya kung sinabi nilang overpriced, yung secretary mismo, tapos ngayon ay sinasabing aprubahan natin, ibalik natin yung pricing, ayaw nating pikit matang mag-aaproba at tatanggapin yung kanyang paliwanag na biglang parang 180-degree turn siya, no? Nagbaliktad. Yung dating overpriced, gusto niyang i-restore. Yun ang concern namin. Yung dating sinabi niyang overpriced, ngayon gusto niyang ibalik. Tama ba yun? Kaya dapat lang magpaliwanag siya.
Madam Chair, maraming salamat po sa comment ng mga senators.
Minority Leader Libanan.
Thank you po, Mr. Chairman. Maraming salamat po. Ang isang kailangan nating i-consider din po dito, na hindi lang tayo nag-a-appropriate ng pondo. Ang importante, nag-a-appropriate tayo ng pondo na mai-implement. Kasi kung hindi po ito ma-implement ng tama, walang saysay maglagay ng pondo dito. At sinusuportahan ko po yung pag-imbita sa ating sekretary. Maraming salamat po.
Mr. Chair, I support the request for Secretary Dizon to explain to both houses and to everyone so that we can be clarified. Anyway, from the beginning, sila naman sa DPWH ang nagbigay sa atin ng impormasyon, so we see how it will be revised, amended, taken back, or just explained para maliwanag. So I join the House in asking him to explain to all of us, if that's fine with the body.
Before we invite Secretary Vince, the last words from
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Senator Erwin.
For the record lang, Mr. Chair, just point of clarification, siguro the House should start reviewing yung Section 62 of the Rules of the House. Nagsasabi po na in cases where the House does not agree with the Senate on any amendments to any House bill and these measures have conflicting provisions, differences may be settled by conference committees only composed of representatives from both chambers. Yun lang naman sa akin, Mr. President, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair. Thank you po.
Senator Erwin, ito naman ay meron pong concurrence ng both the Senate and the House of Representatives. So talagang hong bihirang-bihira ang nag-i-invite ng resource persons. No? Dahil ito ay pag-uusap o pagpupulong po ng dalawang kapulungan. Pero kung meron pong mga ganitong talagang kakaibang sitwasyon at kailangan ho natin maintindihan ng mas malalim pa ho yung mga issues, with the concurrence of both chambers, pwede naman ho tayo mag-invite.
So-
Pero tama ho kayo na ito dapat bihirang-bihira, hindi ho pwede maging regular.
I guess, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, we have to review our rules. Or in the future, Mr. Chair, this will happen again. Then alam ho natin ang gagawin. There will be no more discussions.
Yeah.
In the future, ika nga bicameral conference between the two houses. Kasi there's already establishing rule na pag may conflicting, hindi talaga magkasundo, pwede na tayong patawag, magpaliwanag yung sa executive department, Mr. Chair. Yun lang naman ang
Yeah,
punto
tama.
ko, Mr. Chair. But I do agree. Sige, let's bring him in. Pero in the future, Mr. Chair.
Tama ho kayo. Talagang hindi ho pwede maging regular to na kung hindi ho tayo nag-agree, merong third party na papasok. Hindi ho talagang... But in this case ho, dahil technical to, about engineering, about pricing, something na hindi ho natin expertise, no? Lahat ho dito. Kaya in this very special circumstance, and with the agreement of both chambers, we will invite Secretary Dizon to explain this issue. So
Mr.
with
Chair.
that, yes, do you want to say the last words, Senator Amy?
No, nagre-react lang po ako. Vince Dizon is no engineer. He's an economist and a political aide.
That's true, but he's the Secretary of the Department of Public Works, and he was the one who made that statement during the public hearings in the Senate, and he also is the one who supplied the adjustment factors in CMPD to the Senate. So with that, with the concurrence of the House, we can invite Secretary Dizon as a resource person of this.
With the concurrence of both houses, there being a motion from the House and also motion by Senator Lauren, we then approve any second? From the Senate po.
Second.
The motion is hereby approved. We invite Senator Vince Dizon to please step into the room. Secretariat, please call, what did I say? Senator, my apologies. Secretariat, please call Secretary Vince.
Chair. Madam Chair, Mr. Chair, can I suggest Secretary Dizon not to sit in line with the Senate panel? He must sit somewhere where the whole public can see him. If he may. May camera ba? Okay.
So, Secretary Dizon, you're recognized, and please limit the discussions to the adjustment factors as well as the CMPD. Yan po yung issue on hand. And also, this is in response to your statement. Once again, the Department of Public Works and Highways has requested the Senate to restore the deducted amounts from the projects of 2026 DPWH proposed budget as a result of the reductions in the construction materials price data. So this is in response to your motion for reconsideration.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. To the Chairman of the Senate Conference for the BICAM, Senator Win, to the honorable senators present, to Chairperson Mika Swan Singh, the head of the House Bicameral Conference, and the members of the House of Representatives. Good afternoon. I will be very brief, just a few slides po to present. But before that, I think it's very important po for me to make it very, very clear why we are all here discussing this very, very important and quite frankly unprecedented reform measure that the President initiated this year, which is the reduction of the construction materials price data, which has never been done at this level and in this breadth. Ang Pangulo po mismo ang nag-instruct sa akin na ibaba ang presyo ng simento, ng bakal, ng asfalto, ng graba, ng buhangin, at iba pang mga materyales na ginagamit sa pagpapagawa ng ating mga kalye, mga tulay, mga classroom, at iba pa. Hindi pa po ito ginagawa in the past. No, dati po, nagbababagang ng budget by 10%, pero yung level of detail po na ginawa ng administrasyon ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos ay ngayon pa lang po nagawa ito. Importante po ito dahil nung kanyang SONA, ang Pangulo po mismo ang bumulgar sa isa sa mga pinakamalaki o siguro pinakamalaking corruption scandal sa history ng bansa. At sabi niya, enough is enough. Kailangan reformahin na natin ang DPWH. And this is a testament to the President's vision of making the DPWH more transparent and removing all forms of corruption, beginning with the overpriced materials. So, tama po ang Senado at ang Kongreso. Sinabi ko po paulit-ulit na dahil sa utos ng Pangulo, binaba po namin ang presyo ng iba't ibang materyales sa pagpapagawa ng ating mga iba't ibang proyekto sa DPWH. Tama din po na nung pong public hearing, ito mismo ay inanunsyo ko at inimplement na po namin with a special issuance that was issued 2 months ago. At ito ay sa kasulukuyang ini-implement na nga po din po namin, hindi lang para sa mga proyekto for the 2026 budget, kundi pati sa mga proyekto ngayong 2025 na hindi pa napoprocure. Ito nga po ang naging suggestion mismo ni Senator Lauren Legarda nung public hearing at tama po siya doon. At yun po ay ginagawa na rin po namin. Ngayon po, ipapaliwanag ko lang po sa Senado at sa Kongreso kung ano ang proseso para gawin ito ng tama. Yun lang naman po. No? At bago po ako magsimula, gusto ko lang po sigurong i-correct yung mga iba't ibang mga balita na naririnig natin. Unang-una, hindi po totoo na ibinabalik na po ng DPWH yung dating presyo. Hindi po totoo yun. Nakita ko po yun sa social media kahapon pagkatapos namin ilabas ang statement, narinig ko din po ngayon. Hindi po totoo yun. Ang presyo po na ibinaba na natin ay hindi ibabalik sa lumang mas mataas na presyo. At sa tingin ko po, dahil sa reforma ng Pangulo, hindi na ito imababalik in the future. Dahil sino pa pong presidente o DPWH secretary ang pwedeng magbalik nito na ngayon na naibaba na natin sa tamang presyo. Yun po ang unang-una. Ikalawa po, wala pong ibang project na ipinapabalik ang DPWH. Wala po. Whether flood control project or kahit anong project, wala po tayong laman, wala pong laman yung ating kasulatan kay Senator Win Gatchalian at sa House contingent na nagsasabi na pinapabalik po natin ang iba't ibang mga proyekto. Wala po tayong pinapabalik na kahit anong bagong proyektong tinanggal na. Whether yan ay flood control, tulay, kalye, multipurpose building. Wala po tayong pinapabalik. Ang hinihingi lang po natin is yung pong binawas na 45 billion approximately. Next slide, please. Sorry. I'm sorry. Wala pa yung slide. Ibalik po ulit para po ma-implement po ito ng tama. Kasi while it is true that the President told me and instructed me to bring down the prices of materials in order to eliminate overpricing, he also is very conscious of our desperate need to ramp up our infrastructure spending and our infrastructure implementation. We all know that in the past quarter, the economy only grew by 4%. And this is largely because of the cut in public expenditure, especially in infrastructure. And the president does not want that to happen. Our fear is, and I will show later some examples, that the cut made using our adjustment factors, as Sen Win correctly pointed out, across the board, across roughly 10,000 projects in the General Appropriations Bill, may result inevitably in projects that will end up being unimplementable because of the way that they were applied to the various projects. And I will show that in a few slides. So ito lang po ang aming hinihiling. Hindi ho namin, ulitin ko, hindi ho namin ibabalik ang presyo ulit at itataas. Ikagawa, wala po kaming project na ipapadagdag ulit. Wala pong ibabalik. Wala pong duplicate project na tinanggal na ibabalik. Wala pong flood control project na ibabalik. Klaro po yan. And if I just may go to our statement and how DPWH, according to the engineers I have with me, there are, I think, 4 of them here. Many of them have been in DPWH for decades already. Ang proseso po is kapag binago ang cost ng materyales, kailangan pong gawin ng DPWH, iisa-isahin ang lahat ng proyekto. Dahil ang bawat proyekto po, iba-iba yan. Merong mas maraming simento ang gagamitin, merong mas maraming bakal ang gagamitin, may mas maraming graba ang gagamitin. Depende po yan dun sa program of work. At bawat proyekto po ay iba-iba ang program of work. Kaya po yung mga presyong ibinaba, kailangan po yan i-apply sa program of work ng iba't ibang proyekto, roughly totaling 10,000 projects. Pagkatapos po baguhin ng POW, ang pagbabago ngayon dun sa presyo ay i-reflect na sa bagong approved budget of contract, yung ABC. Kapag po nabawas na yon, bababa po ang ABC. Depende sa laki ng binaba ng presyo, depende kung saan. Tama po si Congressman Alvarez na depende sa lugar, depende. Depende ang presyo ng semento, ng aggregate, ng graba, ng buhangin, ng asfalto, depende sa lugar. So kailangan po yan iisa-isahin. At kapag po nababa na yung ABC, yung approved budget of contract, ito na po ang magiging bagong budget. At ito na po ang ipapublish ngayon para ipabid at iprocure ng DPWH. Yan po ang proseso. So ito lang po ang gusto namin ipaliwanag. Ngayon po, gusto ko pong magpakita ng mga example ng mga proyekto nandun sa isa sa mga 10,000 proyektong naapektuhan nung pagbaba ng Senate dun sa mga project costs. At dito po makikita natin na hindi po talaga nating pwedeng ibaba na lang ng basta-basta across the board. No? And next slide, please. These are projects, for example, for asphalting in Region 4B and Region 7. In the GAB, in the House version, the budget was 41 million pesos. In the third reading Senate version, it was cut to 12.9, roughly 13 million pesos. Roughly by 68%. And I understand, naintindihan ko po kung saan nanggaling yung 68%. Dahil po para sa asfalto at sa Region 4B, yun pong pinadala nating adjustment factor sa Senate Finance Committee ay 68%. So, ang ginawa po ng Senate is yung pong budget ay kinat ng 68%. No? So, naiintindihan ko po yun. Pero kung gagawin po natin yung paraan na ang ikakat lang ay yung materyales. Remember po, ang materyales ay parte lang po ng cost ng isang project. Materyales, labor, equipment, at syempre, kailangan din po ng contractor's profit, no? Which is roughly about 8 to 10%. So, if we apply po yung 68% sa materials only, ang kalalabasan po ay 23% reduction or yung pong 41, bababa po ng 31.5 million. Which means po, meron pong 18 million na mawawala sa pondo ng proyektong ito. At dahil dun po, mahirap na pong i-implement yung proyektong yon. So, on the other hand, meron din naman po na proyekto na baliktad naman. Asphalt overlay din po ito sa Region 7. Ang original price po ay 25.54. Pero dahil nga po ang average factor sa Region 7 ay minus 3% lang, ang cut lang po ng Senate ay from 25 to 2.4 million, roughly 1 million lang po ang naging cut ng Senate. But if we apply the factor for that specific project given the program of work, it is actually higher. It is not 3%, but is actually minus 37%. So meron pong additional savings doon. No? If I can go further, no? This is for asphalt overlay. Concrete road construction. Ganun din po, no? Sa Region 2 naman. 90 million po. Ang reduction po was 15% because that was the adjustment factor for Region 2 for cement, etc. Ang naging cut po ng Senate was from 90 million to 76.5 million, a reduction of 15%. But again, if we follow the process and only reduce in the price of materials, the cut is only 6%. So, although ito po hindi masyadong mataas, pero meron din pong impacto sa implementability ng proyekto. No? But at the same time, sa Region 4B naman, dahil 4% lang po yung yung aming adjustment factor for 4B in general. And 4B po is very special, no? Kasi kahit isang region po yan, iba-iba pong isla yan. Iba-iba po ang sitwasyon sa Palawan, sa Mindoro, sa Romblon, sa Marinduque. Iba-iba po yan. No? Kaya mahirap pong mag-cut lang based sa adjustment factor for that region. So if we apply the adjustment factor in prices, actually, mas malaki po dapat yung cut. Instead of just 4%, it is actually 17%. So may additional savings po na 7 million. So, Mr. Chairman, Madam Chair, yun lang naman po ang gusto naming ipaliwanag. Kaya po kami naniniwala sa DPWH na dapat po ang eksekutibo na ang mag-apply ng mga pagbabago sa presyo. Dahil po yung proseso na ginagawa ng DPWH ay nandyan na. May proseso po tayo para i-apply yung mga reduction. At ito po, mami-minimize natin yung risk na magiging unimplementable or inviable yung proyekto. Pero po, ito po, panghuli ko na lang pong sasabihin ito. Naiintindihan ko po at naiintindihan din po ng Pangulo yung pag-aalinlangan. DPWH has practically zero trust sa ating mga kababayan. And naiintindihan ko po na mukhang mahirap po kaming pagkatiwalaan. Naiintindihan ko po yan. No, na baka pag yan ibinalik sa versions ng HGAB at sasabihin, kami na lang ang gagawa ng pagbaba. Naiintindihan ko po na hindi kami pagkakatiwalaan na gagawin namin ito. Kaya po, naglabas po ako mismo ng department order, which again has never been done, mandating all regional directors, all district engineers to implement this strictly. At kung hindi po ito implement, we will not authorize the procurement of these projects. And if they do not implement it, yan po ay may kaakibat na mga penalty, both administrative and possibly even criminal. Ginagay po namin yon, and we have given copies of the department order I signed to the members of the Bicameral Conference Committee. Yun po ang gagawin namin. Alam ko po, mahirap po kaming pagkatiwalaan. Pero yun po ang hinihiling namin sa inyo ngayon. And obviously, with Congress's oversight function, anytime po, pwede nyo po kaming i-check kung ito po talaga ay ginagawa namin. Lalong-lalo na po, nag-launch na po ng ating Pangulo ang transparency portal ng DPWH. Meron po doon live streaming ng lahat ng mga bids. Makikita nyo po doon, pag pinablish po, mako-compare nyo po, binababa talaga ng DPWH ang cost ng mga proyektong ito. At kung hindi po namin binaba, patawag nyo po kami. Pero ako po, sinasabi ko po sa inyo, I will not allow it. We will not allow it po. Under the department order, we will not allow it. Yan po talaga, kailangan naming i-aproba bago yan i-publish for bidding. Kahit na po magdagdag tayo ng step sa pagpo-procure ng mga proyektong ito, it's worth it to ensure that these projects are implemented with the right prices that we have already prescribed. So with that po, Mr. Chairman, Madam Chair, honorable members of the Bicameral Conference Committee, uulitin ko po, inutos po ng Pangulo na gawin natin ito. This has never been done before. And we will never renege on the promise of the President and the instructions of the President to reform DPWH. And we will never bring back the prices to where they were before. Dahil nga po, alam naman po nating lahat at alam po ng buong Pilipinas na matagal nang overpriced ang presyo ng DPWH. Maraming salamat po.
Yes, Senator Lawrence recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I know we had to check whether the rules would allow a member of the BICAM to ask questions, but it is important that we seek clarification from Secretary Dizon. Do you accept the fact that it was the DPWH through you or maybe your staff during hearings and in the plenary that actually advised the Senate to cut the cost, because indeed in the previous administration you claimed, and it's on record, that the cost of some, not all, projects might have been overpriced?
Ma'am, this needs clear clarification. In the Senate hearings and in the plenary, we admitted that the prices were overpriced.
Okay, that's all I-
Absolutely.
that's all I-
Absolutely. Ma'am, but I think it's very important, no?
Yeah.
We also said that we are going to bring down the cost,
Yes.
which we did. But in the same hearing, and I have it on record, Mr. Chairman, Madam Senator, that when I was asked on how to implement the changes in the prices, I put it on record that the best way to implement is for DPWH to implement it by going through each and every project and bring down the cost based on the programs of work of each and every project. That I put on record, Madam Chair. Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Very clear. And we spoke about the CMPD, the cost price data, and the DUPA, the detailed price analysis as well. We were in a conversation outside of this hall. Can the good secretary please just tell us on the overprice for asphalting? Because that's what you mentioned to me. That is a so-called notorious item that you said must be brought down.
You are absolutely
You whispered
correct.
something in my ear, which I think the body should know so that it's on record. But you said it's necessary to have that project. But this is what you said is easily seen to be overpriced. Can you just
Absolutely.
kindly put it on record, Secretary? Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Madam Chair, I will just read our table.
Simple na lang. Ano yung sinabi po nyo na madalas overpriced at sa inyong karanasan na maikli sa ahensya ay yung
Asphalting.
overpriced? Yeah.
Asphalting po ay nag-range po ang overprice ng asphalting from 30% to 68%. Totoo po yun. And I gave an example. In fact, kaya po ang ginamit kong example ay yung 4B. Kasi po sa 4B, on average, overpriced po ng up to 68%. Pero yun nga po, as pointed out also by Congressman Alvarez, who is former governor of Palawan, iba-iba po ang presyo. No, so meaning, hindi po pwedeng kung overpriced po ang Region 4B on average ng 68%, hindi po pwedeng i-apply yung 68% sa lahat ng proyekto, sa lahat ng iba't ibang...
I think that was mentioned, that's very clear.
Yes.
So thank you
Ve-
for
thank you
putting
very
that
much po.
on record. In fact, my comment to Secretary earlier was, my God, all these years naloko pala tayo. I feel so bad. I feel so, yeah, we didn't know. There was up to 68%. So may I please walk us through this proposal? May we understand, please, kung merong nasa gaana na proyekto and you will restore the amounts there but implement the CMPD that is correct and accurate on the ground depending on the district office in the regions, what will you do with the savings? Please explain to us. It will encourage, of course, people to save if they can have a longer road. Please walk us through ano po ang mangyayari sa matitipid na pera sa proyekto.
The rules po and savings are very clear. No, pagka meron pong savings, ito po ay i-declare ng departamento as savings at ito po ay later on, upon approval of the President, pwedeng gamitin to augment projects. No? Klaro po yun. No? And this will be treated in the same way. Unless, of course, Congress will choose to have a special provision to cover this. Depende na po yun sa Congress.
Okay, very
Thank you po.
clear.